that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see, the number 12 team in the country, the Georgia State Panthers, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Florida State Seminoles. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. Georgia State will kick it off to get this game started. Bringing it out. Nothing wrong with the touchback, and they wish they had one right now, but he stopped at the 9-yard line. The Seminoles return man Hartley helped out the offense with that one. And here he is, guys. Anytime he takes the field, he is in complete control of this offense.
And David, he gives defensive coordinators nightmares because of his ability. They're going to have a hard time slowing him down.
No, he just doesn't have those weaknesses, those flaws, the whole playbook available, and he is a dude.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. Wide receiver now comes in motion. The give on the inside. He is going nowhere. Stopped at the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. And the Noles send out the punt unit. He gets it away from his own end zone. Makes a move. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. So Georgia State's offense will try to get something going with their first possession. As dynamic as this guy is on the outside, Jesse, you know he's going to be cheating that way from his free safety position.
You're right, because as a quarterback, I just can't throw to my guy in the perimeter, right? I got to attack the middle of the field. The problem is you've got one of the best safeties in the nation who likes to lay people out.
Yeah, roaming the middle of the field, reading the quarterback's eyes, and he's got an eye on that receiver out there, too, that's dynamic. So let's see what kind of day he can have.
To the air, it's Brock. It's complete on the right side. They make the stop, but this passing game does some damage, and they move the sticks with the first down. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Got some room, headed to the goal line, and he will take it in. Touchdown, Panthers!
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm. Got off the field really, really quickly. They need to put something together here, Palmer.
Yeah, David, bad execution.
Underneath toasted coverage. Got it deep downfield. Inside the 10. Touchdown, Noles. And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, gets you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback and wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Working the middle of the field, and it's complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Dropping back, it's Brock. Pressure coming. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Georgia State jumps back to the line. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Florida State. And this... with points of their own. What an interception return.
How about that, man? Fourth down, trying to go make a play, get this offense going, get it sparked, get some points on the board, and that couldn't have gone any worse. They throw the pick, and not only that, they return it all the way back for 6. That offense just shot themselves right in the foot.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
Dialing up a second down pass play. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And they can't hook up, going for the big play on second down. Now it's third down. They line up, and it is a long way to the sticks from here. On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. Finds the tight end. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see if it stands. You just can't hit the quarterback like that. That is a dumb play, and the defender got caught red-handed. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Pass to 45. Open runway ahead. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Georgia State. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And he makes the extra point.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. The way this game started, you feel as if you have to score a touchdown every time you have it, and now we'll see if they can respond.
Yeah, and I wonder how much pressure that puts on the offense. Jesse, like, you know this is back and forth. I got to score, and every possession matters so much. What does that do to you as a quarterback?
Well, it puts a lot more pressure on you for sure to feel like I got to make every third down throw. If guys are open vertically down the field, I got to hit them too. We can't let our serve get broken.
And now you just completely flipped how I play defense. I'm not really worried about the quarterback running the football. I'm like, okay, he's number 3 or 4 on my list of who I think can beat me. But now he does that. Now it puts it in the back of my mind. I got to think about it. I got to stay home. I got to stay disciplined. That's a curveball by the offense.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. Motion from the offense. When they've got him looking run, now to pass. Finds a man on the right. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. The Seminoles look to keep this drive humming. They're going to test the right side with this one. And he's got him set up. Defense finally gets him out of bounds at the 3.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing.
There's still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. He's looking to throw. And it's incomplete as he tried to thread that needle to the back corner of the end zone. Boy, they'd love to pick up this conversion and go to work with a 1st and goal. Looking to throw for it. Lets it fly. Throw to the end zone. Picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Just such a nice job by him understanding his responsibility in that cover 2 zone scheme. He's just floating over the middle of the field. He's just very aware of tight ends and running backs around him. And as soon as he sees color, as soon as he sees an intended target, he's already running that way. He's able to jump the throw and pick it off.
And just a short, safe pass play, they pick up a few. Really important for a ranked team going into a hostile environment like this one, not to give the underdog reason to believe.
Yes, reason to believe, and don't give the fans reason to get jacked up and excited. Come out early, be in a business mode mindset.
You got to start fast. You got to have a sense of urgency. You cannot come sleepwalking into an environment like this, because if you do and you make some mistakes, this crowd will pounce on you and seize momentum.
Quickly to the tight end. And he's dragged down. I don't know why, but it's a thing. The ACC Wheel of Destiny, you spin it, you never know how it's going to come up, and you can't afford to give away a game early in a conference like this.
And I think both of these coaching staffs, David, understand that, and they've been preaching to their team, we've got to start fast. Not just in this game. We've got to start the season fast. We've got to take advantage of this opportunity.
And I think Reese hit it right on the head, too. The Wheel of Destiny, right? It seems like it's a new team every year that's playing in the championship. And
he lofts it high and deep down the left side. He caught it, and he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Panthers. Quarterbacks love receivers that can get separation, but that amount of separation is a little excessive.
I agree, Reese, and I think the defense needs to have a little powwow on the sidelines and talk about what just happened, because that was an absolute busted coverage on the back end. Defense can't keep playing like that.
Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drive.
And he's running in the open. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got... Touchdown, Seminoles!
man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this, a running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now for this defense moving forward.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. The give to the lone running back. The clock has stopped, and we've reached the 2-minute warning before halftime. This offense has a second down play. Back to pass, it's Brock. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Got it in stride inside the 20. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. An ill-advised play by that defender as he makes contact with the quarterback well after the throw, and it'll cost his defense. And guys, bringing the heat is what any defense is about, but you have to stop short of making that official reach for his flag. He bullies his way all the way down to the 5-yard line. We'll see if the offense can punch it in on 2nd and goal. Wide out in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Oh, and that's just like a penalty. They get in the backfield and knock him down for a loss of 5. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. Little touch pass to the receiver. And they get him down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside. And David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
Touchdown, Georgia State. And they take it in for 6 more points. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Looks like he's going to try to return it. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. Guys, here comes that Florida State offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the 2nd half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the 1st half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
He's going to pass on 2nd down. He's got his man. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few. The Seminoles racing to the line in the hurry-up. They'll try to get the first through the air. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds, but he's got enough for a 1st down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting to his progression.
There's a timeout call as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer. And the Seminoles getting set on 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Comes out throwing on 1st down. Pocket starts to collapse. And it's incomplete. It was wild, high and wide on that one.
And you cannot blame the big boys up front. The hog mollies get a lot of the blame a lot of the time. But Mr. QB had forever to throw the football, all day to get rid of it. He didn't. He took the shot at the end. And the offensive lineman's literally to himself going, he should have thrown the football.
And it's 3rd down, but they're going to go ahead and try the field goal and try to get points before the break. That is no good. And they couldn't cut into the lead. It's still a 7-point game. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Back to throw, it's Brock. Blasted as he lets it go. The pass falls incomplete, and that's how we'll finish this half. 1st half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Seminoles will kick it away first, and we'll start the 2nd half. Oh, he's going to go for the return. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Georgia State takes over, ready to send out the offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with him.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
They're getting this guy lathered up. Finding a way to put that foot in the ground and get it up to the 37-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quick completion to the right. Excellent job working through the air there, finding a hole in that defense and picking up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the running back has it. They wrestle him to the ground, but he's got plenty for a first down.
In halftime in this locker room, there was a lot of positive things to talk about. You got the lead, but you know what else will be positive, Palmer? Get the running game going early in the second half.
You're absolutely right here, and I think this coaching staff is going to try to put this game on the offensive line a little bit. Let these guys take this thing over, be physical, and push this defense around.
What a good run there. He has enough for the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They'll leave it with him. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
And the defense able to drag him down, but not before. They'll recycle that down marker. This crowd knows they have to bring it in big moments, and one of those has arrived. Touch pass on the jet sweep. Heading to the end zone. Stopped at the 3, but it'll be enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to...
Touchdown, Panthers! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. An impressive, long, methodical, meticulous drive ends in points.
They just matriculated the ball down the field, didn't they, Reese? So impressive. Didn't see a lot of explosive plays, but how about the execution? Running and throwing the football. Wow.
Not nearly as much as he'd hoped. When he brought it out of the end zone, he'll be stopped at the 15. The Seminoles have it back. They'll try to get that offensive spear flaming. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Wide receiver shows motion. Off the play fake. How about that sweet footwork along the sideline? It is a catch.
Loss of 3.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. One more quarter to go, and it looks as if we are ready to play. facing a third down as they line up after the break. From the gun, wants to pass. He finds his man. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the fourth quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. There's never a doubt about going for it there. If you don't go for it, you send the message to your team you don't believe in.
Yeah, I mean, that close, literally you're talking about falling forward. I can't fall forward and get inches. Man, I'm taking my chances with that.
And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there. They'll snap it from the 25 here on 2nd and long. He's looking to throw. Get it out on the screen. Oh, what a cut! They finally get him stopped, but what a good job by that front wall to set up the screen and create some lanes for their running back. Going up top on first down. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. They're about to snap it for the 7th time on this drive. Looking to throw it again. Makes the grab on the left. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a first down on the play. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Seminoles will snap it on 1st and 10. Gets open down the middle. How about this backer in pass coverage and bringing the big hit stick with him too. Then the short completion brings up 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Getting some heat. Didn't have much of a choice there, but to get rid of it.
And sometimes you got to know when to give it up, right? As a quarterback, you feel it. You can't hold it that second too long when bad things can really happen. You could tell the clock went off, and he was throwing that puppy away.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the second half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Makes a connection. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the first down. From the red zone, looking for a space. It's complete to the left.
Nice patience by the quarterback here working against zone coverage. He was allowing his receiver an opportunity to find that open space in the defense before pulling the trigger.
He caught it. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Noles. Oh, Uncle Mo has changed sidelines.
Look out, brother. Here's what happens, right? Something happens, get you close in the ball game. The defense needs to come out here, get a stop, get that ball back to the offense. Oh, Uncle Mo on your side.
Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Guys, the Georgia State offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a 2-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
We've reached a 2-minute warning in this offense, trying to milk this clock and keep time on their side. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. They'll rip off 8 on that play. It's 2nd and 2. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Looking downfield, it's Brock. They're trying to get to it. Picks up the first down and gets down to avoid contact. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Let's see how successful they'll be on 1st and 10. The give to the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock for their offense. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. Right back to it. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
With jet sweep pass. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37.
This offense has a lot of different ways they can attack you, and you're going to see the entire playbook at work in this game. Throwing it, running it, and getting guys the ball out on the perimeter. Great job.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. 6th play of the drive coming up. Quarterback checking off. Here's the handoff. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground.
Really nice job stopping the run, but the problem is you have 0 timeouts left. You cannot stop the clock right now if you're the defense, so this has got to be excruciating for them. They know the offense is just going to take their time before they snap the ball.
It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get a close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make